Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is the one and only, the true and living legend, Hunter J23, coming to you live with another very special edition of Independent Scene Podcast. We have a really dope show this evening. We got also a really dope artist in the building, man, and I definitely can't wait to tap in with him and chop it up with him. Definitely, I want to give a quick shout out to Robin Shockley, who set this up. I want to give a shout out to this artist management team. I want to give a shout out to all his peoples that are repping for him and supporting him and guiding his career. I am truly in all support of that. But with that being said, like I said, I am talking about none other than Mr. Carolina two-time Shine. He has a hit single out right now entitled Carolina2XShine on him. Make sure you go and tap in with that, and make sure you guys go and listen to that and share it. Share it to his story. Share it to your story. Share it to your timeline. Definitely a dope song. And like I said, the artist I will be talking with is Carolina2XShine, two-time Shine himself. So with that being said, let's get him in the building. And hope you guys are ready to, embark on this journey. So, I am your host, Honcho J, and I want to welcome you guys to the platform. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on with it? What's going on? Like I said, we will be talking with Carolina two-time Shine. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a dope artist doing his thing, and he is already in the building. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest at this time, the one and only, the one himself, the man of the hour, Carolina two-time Shine. Let's get it. What's
Yep.
up? What's up?
Going on? What's going on? How you feeling? How you feeling?
Good, man. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's get it, man. Well, first of all, let me just say welcome to the platform. Definitely glad to have you a part of the journey, a part of the series, part of the process. Definitely can't wait to tap in with you and get to know you a little bit, get to know your music, your background. But with that being said, I'm Hush and let you introduce yourself to all the good people out here, and we're gonna jump right into it.
What's going on, y'all? It's Carolina two-time Shine all the way from Moore to North Carolina. You already know what time it is. Grind time is shine time. Let's get it.
That part. Okay. Well, like I said, we definitely are glad to have you on the platform, man. So
Appreciate it. Glad to be
first,
here.
first things first, man. Carolina two-time Shine. Where did the name come from? How did it originate? What made you want to come up with that name?
It came from I would like to say like a motto, like I said, like we coming 2 times harder. You know what I'm saying? We coming back 2 times harder. So like went through the first phase, understanding, learning the game, and then when we came back polished, when we came back organized, it's 2 times harder. You feel me?
Okay.
That's what it mean to me.
Okay. I feel that. Now I've had a chance to, kind of do some research on you, kind of, look into you a little bit. So my question to you is, so being the artist that you are, man, what makes your music so different, so unique?
I would the creativity of what we trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even trying what we doing. So it's making sure we can involve everybody into enjoying this art that you know what I'm saying that we trying to give out. So it's definitely universal. I would feel like universal is what we're trying.
Okay.
For sure.
Now, okay, I feel that. So now let's talk about this single, Carolina2XShine on. Definitely dope song.
Thanks.
I done listened to it at least twice in a row now. Um, to kind of get motivated a little bit. So, what was the process that you put into this song? Like, what steps did you take to put into this album? I mean, this single, should I say?
Well, it went first by like understanding what was going on. You know what I'm saying? What I knew, what you know what I'm saying, would relate the best and where we was at, So when we took that to the studio, it was more just breaking down a creative content in a way to express where I was, but relatable to also the city as well, relatable to people that's not from the country as we just not, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
introducing them while we still reaching out at the same time. So putting that together in one, taking it to the studio, and it's just having a great team too as well. So we put that together and just it came out nice. Shout out to Ace the Beat God on production of that. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? It's definitely something different.
Okay. So now let me ask you this: when it comes to the support, man, because I'm sure you get a lot of love all over, man. What is that like, man? Getting that love from the supporters, man. That really bad cut out two-time Shine. Like, how does that make you feel?
a blessing. Like it's good to feel that like what we got going on, what we want to do is being accepted and it's being embraced by the you know what I'm saying, the new supporters. So it's like it just feels good knowing that what we want to do is something that's being enjoyed at the same time. And so it's just good. It's a mutual feeling, you know. It's giving them what they want, but doing what we want to do at the same time.
Most definitely, most definitely. Now, I definitely got to give a quick shout out real quick because she just came in. I got to give a quick shout out to Robin in the
What's
building.
going
What's
on?
going on? Good to see you as always. So just off that strength, you know, working with Robin Shockley, man, what has that been like for you?
Oh, energy. There be times we go into the show. So Chase out like we go into a show, uh, we just chilling, you know, and the energy she'll spark out of nowhere and just hey, you know, put that spark in the room, spark in the on the way there, spark it just anywhere. You know what I'm saying? When she you know she's like she knows when it's time to hey, it's time to bring some life to that. So she does a really good job of like, you know, filling the gaps of like, hey, we could put some energy right here and she'll pipe it up. You know?
Okay, I feel that definitely, most definitely. Yeah, she's definitely a ball of energy, you know, and you always go bound to get energy, you know, anytime you're around Robin Shockley. I'm trying to tell you.
Facts.
So real quick, let me ask you about this. So your cover art, happened to see the cover art of your single, man. Definitely, again, dope art. What inspired you to want to kind of have that type of cover art created for your single?
Well, shout out to Big South Music Management. They did a great job of getting the right people in place for that. So how I see it is it's everything embraced in one. They did a great job of taking bits and pieces of a lot of the backwoods in the North Carolina and just put it in one so we can, you know, push something that people can understand like this is what we want to do. This is how we want to come. So it's really like they did it's a great job of matching everything that's going on into one. So I mean it's dope. It was very dope.
Okay. Now, when it comes to your performances, you know, when it comes to performing and hitting that stage, man, what is your mentality? What is your mantra like? You know, getting out there on the stage, going out.
Um After doing it so long, I've now it's like all right, now to an organized level, it's more of let me get out there and do my job. Let's give them the best. You know what I'm saying? And if it's just besides just stage performance, we have a great crew, SML. Shout out to them for the Carolina2XShine on music video. Got us the music video award of the year. You know what I'm saying? Music video of the year. I'm sorry.
I heard about it. Great.
Yeah. So yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Those guys, they do a great job on production. So like when they're on stage and stuff, there's you know what I'm saying there as well. So like just it's giving them a good show as well, something that they can work with. And it's just kind of just doing your job everywhere you're supposed to be doing it. You know what I'm saying? And that really now that's got to that point, like give them a good show, but also get a production crew something they can work with. So it kind of just it works out now. You know, it's balanced for sure.
Okay. So let me ask you, what inspired you to want to do music? Like, who was there a particular person or thing that made you be like, yo, I love this music. Like, I gotta get into it.
Um, See, I started off listening when it came to rap, like NWA. That was like the first rap that was introduced in my life. So I was like, all right, here we go. You know? So
Right.
like when it came to the next, you know what I'm saying, on down, Bow Wow was someone that Lil Bow Wow at that time, was someone that was it was big buzz and all that. So it was like when I seen all right, NWA, Lil Bow Wow stuff, I had to match together what it was that I seen that I liked about the hip hop. And it really just came down to if Lil Bow Wow could do it at that age, I feel like all right, I got a chance. You know what I'm saying? Because I see this like,
Right.
and so just seeing someone at that age do something, I'm like, man, like I'm young too. Like, I can, you know what I'm saying? Just we figured out NWA was more of a just expression. You know what I'm saying? Just growing up in the hood, I could relate to. All right, well, man, like I feel, well, you know what I'm saying? Like why they cuss sometimes, why I could understand certain stuff about it. So just taking everything my understanding with the hip hop, the NWA, Lil Bow Wow, from there, Ace Hood, stuff like that. Just a lot of other artists, but the core of it, really, for sure, those where it started. Lecrae, definitely.
Okay. So,
Definitely.
so being amongst other, talented artists, as you said, you got the fellas out here representing, you got the ladies representing. what is that like for you to be amongst your brothers and sisters out here doing the same thing you're doing and laying down that foundation?
How does it feel for me? Like
Yeah,
in general,
yeah, for you.
um, it's a blessing. Really, it's just an opportunity. Like coming 2 times harder. Just knowing just every opportunity matters, and time matters. So it's no time to waste. Really, if we can add value to this life, we can figure out the best way we can, and that's where it's at. It's just no more wasting time. No more. You know what I'm saying? We no more wasting opportunities.
Right.
We're attacking this shit.
Right, that part, that part. All right, so I wanna, because I again, like I said, I did my research on you a little bit, and I discovered you got your own little clothing line. So, talk to us a little about the clothing line and how that came about.
Well, yeah, a big shout out to Big South Music Management for getting everything together on that. And you can go to the website, Carolina2XShine.com, www.Carolina2XShine.com. Make sure to go check that out, get your gear, get your merch, get all that. And it came about as just over time, just as things were picking up, the organization, just the program, just everything just came together. And like I said, great team, great management. So it's just everything's going as planned, as scheduled, and it's just a blessing to be a part of this. And it's only growing.
That part. Okay, so when it comes to people tapping in with your music, how do they go about finding your music? Is it on all platforms? Do you have it on one platform right now? Like, how do you get your message and your music out there to the people?
Definitely www.Carolina2XShine.com. And you'll find everything you need social media wise, Carolina2XShine, every platform, just the same name. And definitely go to the website though, Carolina2XShine.com, and make sure you can find out upcoming events, music videos, performances, stuff like that, guys. Everything is definitely on that website. Make sure to check it out.
Most definitely. Now, also, there has been, I've been given word that you're performing two shows this weekend.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
and I think it's Lenore, if I'm not mistaken.
Uh, North County Fairgrounds, correct, correct.
Yes, sir. So, talk to us a little about these two shows, man. How do you feel about going into these two shows, man?
Um, Over time now, it just became I'm understanding. All right, well, this is what I'm called to do. So I just take every opportunity. Don't underestimate it. We're gonna grind like it's our first time. We're gonna shine like it's our first time, and we're gonna continue to dominate. But we're gonna understand why we are. So I just see every stage, every platform is just an opportunity to show our best. And I just really I look forward to every show, and safe travels. Prayers definitely for the team, and
Most
we definitely we're coming to give a good show for sure.
Most definitely. So, and I was just about to ask you about that because, when of course, anytime you get a new fan or a new supporter, they never know what to expect. So, coming to a Carolina Two Time Shine show, what can the people expect from you?
Be engaged for sure, like interaction. It's definitely we want you to feel involved. We want you to feel love. We want you to feel energetic. We want you to feel, hey, this is the time to be alive. Like what we feel inside is the same thing we want you to feel when we there. So we want to share the energy. We want to manifest that. Hey, we can all celebrate. We can all win. We can all just get used to this because this is what it is.
Most definitely, most definitely. Now, being a country a star, being a country hip hop star, that definitely has to be, a level of knowing how to balance out the two. So what made you want to follow the avenue of country and turn it into something into your own flow, your own style?
Just understanding where I was at, and that's where it is for me. That's North Carolina. That's the backwoods. That's me. So like that's actually what's going on in my life. So just keeping it real with what's going on, and keeping also real with the lane that is there for for the taking. So it's just understanding the lane and understanding what needs to be involved to keep it going. So we definitely have figured out something that can last in a way of this is the backwoods. This is our version of it, and this is our piece to the game. So it's definitely just something we want to add to the industry as, hey, more opportunities for people that want to do country rap just as I did, who want to do country rap and don't understand, okay, it can happen though.
Right,
So
right.
we definitely want to be a gateway to people that are in these areas that may not have the resources as a lot of artists, but you can still figure out a way to shine.
That's true. I agree. I definitely agree. So with that being said, looking at the landscape, we grew up in eras of music, timeless music, classical music. But for you, what's been the greatest era of music that you can recall listening that you can still listen to on a daily basis?
90s, like
Okay.
that. 90s for sure. 19, you know what I'm saying? 90s baby. So I definitely have to say the 90s. Just the expression, the way they gave it. You know what I'm saying? They gave it to
Right.
the game. Hey, this is what it is. This is how we coming. And that was a statement that should always be incorporated in what you want to do.
Okay. So aside from your music, what is it outside? Do you have any other hidden goals or talents or things that you're trying to accomplish this year in 2022 aside from your music?
Definitely would like to tap into like the investment game, property, stuff like that. Definitely would look at the different ventures of growing a label, putting more
Okay.
artists on. So a lot to come, but we're gonna handle what we got to now, and we're gonna dominate that, get that taken care of, and
Right.
we're gonna continue to grow though, for sure. We're gonna continue to grow.
Okay, I feel that. All right, so Ruka, I want to kind of switch gears for a second. I want to talk about a little bit about your growing up a little bit. Talk us a little bit about growing up for you, and what was it like growing up as a kid? Coming to your own as a man, and finally realizing that this was my life. That like this is what I plan to do for the rest of my life. What was that childhood like experience growing up for you?
With me, it was I started off rapping in churches. That was my first platform. That's all I knew. That's how music came about to me, of my form of rapping on stage. And so I had to get used to that platform for sure. And once I got used to that, that's when we took it to the public, say the world, society. And then once understanding that each platform is different, it was just taking a little bit of this to a little bit of that to wherever we go now. So coming up in music was definitely, it was already a part of me to perform. Just understanding the audiences I was rapping to, that was the shift in, okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah,
just understanding what was going on and what was needed, for each audience. And just now putting that together is just being a character, being an artist, being a team, being a brand that can be designed so we can try to hit every avenue that we can for people to enjoy good music. And that's where it's at.
that part. So I was gonna ask you something along those lines too. When it comes to crowd participation, crowd engagement, what what crowd do you see a lot more of? Do you see is it more of a younger crowd, an older crowd, a diverse crowd? I mean, or do you get all kinds?
Well, what everything we've been doing so far it's whatever. It is what it is when we pull up, and that's what it is, and that's just how we see it. We're gonna take whatever crowd it is, and we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna show them energy. We're gonna show them love. We're gonna show them that, hey, listen, hey, this is how we feel. So really, every diverse crowd we've been, we've always had a good show, and we've always had a great time, and it's just never been a show that we felt like, man, like it's always been a blessing, a learning opportunity, and just different networking. So just any crowd, we're gonna bring the same energy every time.
Okay, okay. Now, and as I'm talking to you, I'm sensing your humbleness. How did you gain this sense of humbleness about yourself and being able to adapt to even the world itself, you know?
Just kind of seeing it, like learning from people that's already done it in their own way, in their own platforms, in their own lane, not just music. I like to study like cats that's just like, it could be investment, it could be boxing, it could be sports, it could be, so kind of watching some how they carry themselves and kind of learning from something like, all right, well, I would probably do it like this because I'm learning from maybe how, saying what went wrong with it. So it's just learning from what's already been going on and just understanding like,
Yeah,
how the levels work to it, so it's just embracing each level, but understanding there's always room to go, but there's always room to fall. So
that part. I
we
agree.
we definitely just want to stay balanced. So that's really how I see it. Just enjoying what we got going on, and not asking for too much, but also not doing less. You feel me?
Okay. So for all the young and up and coming artists, you know what I'm saying, that wants to travel in the same that wants to travel on the same page. What are some of the steps or things that they need to do in order to successfully have a well thought out, successful career such as yourself?
Well, I definitely say in my case, God first for sure. God first was there, and that's what it is. Great team. You gotta have a great team. You gotta network. You gotta make sure that what you're doing is relatable in some way. You
Okay.
got and so and 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 enjoy it first. Though. Also enjoy it. Make sure that this is what you want to do. Make sure this is you enjoy it. You can do this without getting paid because that's going to transition to understanding when you do what are you going to do when that goal is achieved. So it's like understanding once it's no longer about money, where is your mind still going with it? So understand that you also have to have a plan even when the money is there. So
Right. Right.
don't just choose to get the money. Honestly, any artist understand what you're gonna do with it when you already got it and already have that game plan, already have that strategy, already have those people aligned that you want to grow with. So definitely think for the later. You also enjoy what you got going on for sure.
Most definitely, most definitely. Now, let me ask you this because again, you have truly been, embodying, your body of work, your music, and you're definitely humble. So has there been any artist or any particular person out here that you've seen, artistry wise, that you would love to collab or network with?
Nelly,
Okay,
Ace Hood,
okay,
Ray. There's a lot of country art. Like we can go on and on, but top for sure, the Nelly that'd be classic. You know,
okay.
that'd be classic. It would make a lot of sense. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's just it's one of them. That'd be something for the game. You know what I'm saying? The industry
Okay,
that really be something. Bringing the new. You know what I'm saying with the classic. And see what comes about that. Florida is it Florida Georgia line?
yeah, Florida Georgia Line. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Them. I
them.
rock them too. Okay.
Yeah, Thomas Rhett. I would say like Morgan Wallen. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot of artists, But what makes sense too, the baby for sure.
Okay.
Carolina J Cole. Um, there's a lot. I mean, the list could go on. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
Okay.
there's definitely some work to come for sure.
Okay. Okay. So now, 5 to 10 years from now, we spoke about your music. We spoke about you want to have properties and things of that nature. But once that is all established, is there anything out there that you feel like you want to kind of get your hands in that you haven't gotten your hands in yet?
There's a calling I feel like for me in my life ministry. When we growing up, there's just some things I like to do and get involved with in Israel. So when that time comes, um, that definitely be something that'll be like that's the top of the bucket list for sure. But ministry, getting involved in doing stuff like that
Okay.
for
Okay.
sure, for sure. But yeah,
So let me ask you, what is your reaction to have, the fans and the supporters that listen to your music, that sing your songs, that sing your lyrics, and really be able to recite that back to you? How does that make you feel?
it allows me to understand how powerful music can be when it
Hmm.
comes to energy. It allows me to understand that okay, now your words matter. It allows me to understand that what you're saying matters. So it definitely matures me in a way to understand that if you want to bring a change to life for good, it truly matters. And you can do that with the right energy, the right team, the right mindset. So just the value that you want to add to life, just understanding how powerful it can be with your words and your lyrics and your energy. So just doing something for good and trying to do it the best way you can every time that definitely has matured a lot and what I want to do. Okay, this next song. Okay, now because now I'm understanding. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
It's definitely one of those.
Okay. Most definitely. So let me ask you this: how old were you when you really developed and started to take music seriously and really, really put your hard work and effort into your career as a whole? Like, how old were you when you really started taking it serious?
I would last year was really like the stamp on like organized serious. You know what I'm saying? So like there's years I thought I was rapping. There's years I thought Like, but honestly, that was just the fundamentals. That was
Right.
just figuring out, hey, I actually like this. I actually want to do this. So when it got serious, you know what I'm saying? That's when the LLC started coming in. That's when, you know what I'm saying? That's when, all right. So, I mean, shout out to Big South Music Management again, the Carolina2XShine team. So it really didn't get serious until literally like, I'd say like last year. Yeah, that's when it really started becoming something that, all right, this is what it is.
Okay.
So
Okay.
for sure.
So let me ask you this. So, and I'm kind of throwing a curveball at you, but I'm sure you have a lot of, like I said, like I said again, you get a lot of love everywhere. I'm sure. But how does the ladies and the beautiful queens out here, flock to you, and how do they correspond with you as far as your music and your lyrics? Like how do they respond to
Um, I was raised. My mother raised me, gentleman. So like, just growing over time, maturing over time, gentleman. Carry yourself just as you want to be treated. So I mean, the love is just like I said, thankful for my mother. Just make sure, play the part, be a gentleman, come correct, talk correct. So I
that?
mean, just be an example of, hey, this is what we can be as kings. This is how we can move as kings. So like that definitely that's definitely played a great role in how my mother has raised me on how to become a gentleman for sure. So definitely gentleman first.
Okay, Mose, well, definitely shouts out to your mom for instilling that into you and definitely, teaching you those morals and those values, you know what I'm saying? Because I tell you, it's cold out here, you know what I'm saying? So, the fact that, you give off this energy and this presence that, even in the midst of the world being the way it is, you still, can find that common balance. So to that fact, of course we've been dealing with this pandemic, you know what I'm saying, and this whole COVID situation. How has this COVID situation, if it has, how has it helped you? Has it benefited you in any kind of way?
Um, yeah, that's a great question because like it was one of I like to look at it like this. To me, I broke it down like this. It was like a stock market type thing. So when everything crashed in life, so a lot of stuff slowed down, a lot of stuff stopped, a lot of stuff kept going. So at that time, as a brand, as a unit, as the Carolina2XShine team, the Big South Music Management team, we attacked at a time that it was impeccable. So it was like when we got in, it was like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, either we're gonna run
You gonna sink us?
with it, run with it, or it's I mean, there was only two ways to look at it. So when we got in, the industry, the harvest was open. All it needed was workers. So we jumped in there and we attacked. It was just how it worked out.
Okay, I feel that. I feel that. So now looking at where you are now, did you ever think in your life that you would be at this point in your life, knowing that music was going to be something that followed you into the end of time? Did you ever find yourself in this position?
And this is I'm gonna say this for any artist out there, anyone who's like chasing anything. Here's what I did it. I couldn't I couldn't see this part. So at the end of the day, like when I was doing music at first, that's when I thought everything was gonna happen. When I first started, when I was first getting in. So like when you first started off, I was like 13, and from up there, you start losing that flame when you start seeing like, okay, everything you thinking is not happening, everything. So you got to understand, y'all, like when you start to feel like it's over, give up, like that's that final push.
Right.
So after that, that's when the Big South and I we connected. So then that's when a whole new type of energy of, okay, this is what opportunities are available. This is so that's what created a whole new lane in my life for music to keep it going. And it's just once you start getting around the right people that networking, y'all. Networking is powerful. So when you feel like it's over, you feel like giving up, like that's that's the time. You know what I'm saying? That is the season. Like go finish it. Cause I definitely did not see myself doing what is happening now. I thought that should have happened a long time ago when I first started rapping. So understand it's patience. You gotta have patience, y'all, and you gotta understand your timing is supposed to be on your timing. You can grind, you can work, y'all, but like understand when it's meant to be for you, it's going to be your time. But just understand that patience and just having that wisdom to know like you still got to build until it's your time.
Most
So so
got.
de- so definitely that part for sure. Just grind, work, And when it's your time, you'll know it. You worked for it. You know, you understand it. So everything that God has been able for me to witness now and have the opportunities now, y'all, like, I thought should have happened a long time ago, you know? But
Right.
that's the thing, I didn't have the work ethics put in. I didn't have the business part put in. I didn't have the team. I didn't have the management. So when you think about stuff like this, it's like, when you want it, are you truly ready for it?
Right.
So when I thought I didn't want it no more, I was ready for it.
Okay. Okay.
So it was definitely looking at it in different perspectives of God gonna know exactly what you need, exactly when. It's just leave the trust part to Him and have faith, y'all. And this, if understand if that's your calling, you'll know it. You'll know it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Most
just
definitely.
grind, y'all, grind.
Yes. Now, let me ask you this: what has been the best piece of advice you've gotten in your life from anybody that you can recall being around or learning from?
Uh, and here's what it was with me, y'all. It was, I had someone told me I was lazy, and I
Okay.
was young at that time, and they said, yeah, it was an older person that I had respect for, and he sat me down one day. He was just like, "Hey, you're lazy. Like, there's a lot of things you could be doing. Like, a lot of, like, your mother's working and stuff like that." So like when you hear it, like, I still remember it like it's yesterday. This was
Right.
years ago. So like when I heard that, it triggered me like, maybe you're right. And
Yeah.
maybe I do got a lot to show for it. You know what I'm saying? So hearing those words, it wasn't never something like positive that really got me going. It was something like, okay, if
Yeah.
this is what it is, let me understand what what can change this factor, because that's not what I'm trying to become in life to have. You can't have that being lazy. So like I knew that once I heard that, that was my trigger. That was like, okay, I got to grind. Like I got to grind like that, because I don't know. It's just something, just like that positive negative effect. It was just
Right.
it went well with my life to hear that have me shoot off.
Okay. Okay. Now, let me ask you this: when you're recording these songs and you're making these songs and you're putting out these out and these singles, things of that nature, do you find yourself going back and listening to your music, or do you put it out and you just let the people speak and you let the universe, you know, give you that faith? How do you balance out those two?
Um, I would say definitely once the record's done, stuff like that, we'll play it back to back to back with studio. So after we've heard it already that many times, it's what's the next thing? You know what I'm saying? What we working on next? So like as that song is already getting in process, all right, we're trying to keep up with the harvest. You know what I'm saying? So we're like, okay, what's the next? What's the next one? What's the next one? What's the, you know what I'm saying? So as we're recording, the vault's growing. We're still understanding like what's the next one. You know what I'm saying? And that,
Right, that's the goal. That's the
yeah,
thing.
yeah, for sure. So once it gets down to that, you just ready to work. And that
Right.
when you get to that point, you know what I'm saying. So when you
Okay.
want to do it, you know what I'm saying. It's like the life demands you to do this, and it's like once it gets to that point, embrace it and like and grind.
That part. That part. Okay. Okay. So real quick, I want to ask you something. I want you to give us your top five dead or alive favorite artists of all time.
We're in Tupac,
Okay.
Biggie Smalls for sure,
Okay.
Lecrae,
Okay.
Ace Hood.
Okay.
Last but not least, I'm gonna have to get Big Boogie.
Okay. Okay.
Big
Okay.
Boogie for sure. For sure.
Now, earlier in the segment, man, you spoke about people like J. Cole. Definitely a North Carolina artist out here doing this thing. Really putting on putting back into the culture, man. So we recently just had Dreamville Fest, and I wanted to get your thoughts on that and on that being such a epic event. Produced by J. Cole, and what that means for the culture of hip hop.
And you say my opinion on it.
Yeah.
I, from coming from Carolina, man, it's great. It's because when you can see it happening in your own state, that's sometimes that's enough to understand what you're witnessing. So like when you're seeing cats like in your own state, just the buzz sky high, like
Yeah,
that's a good chance to witness that you are in the same radius. It's possible. Like you just got to pull off what you need to pull off, and you got to get to work. Like it's
right,
just good. It's good to see your thoughts, your dreams, your visions happening somewhere in your
right.
radius. You understand? All right, this is it's not impossible, y'all. Like just it's gonna take whatever ethics it's gonna take, but you got to grind for sure.
Most definitely. Okay, okay. Well, I definitely feel that, man. I definitely gotta, definitely again, I gotta salute you, man, because you truly are, an incredible artist. Definitely, so continue to, do what
Thank
you do. Continue to, go hard, go strong, grind, like you said, man. And I definitely can't wait to see what's next for you, man. Because I'm, like I said, I'm already, you done already gained me as a fan. I'm already,
you. Appreciate you.
I already know.
Appreciate
But real quick, man, what's next? Like, what can people be on? What can people be expecting from you? You know what I'm saying? Aside from, of course, your two shows this weekend. Talk to us one more time for the people that missed it. What can they expect for these two shows that you got coming up?
Definitely, y'all get ready for a lot. I'm just gonna say that word, a lot. That the team is growing. Shout out to Carolina2XShine team. Great people on there, and it's only growing. Big South Music Management. Shout out to that. Shout out Robin, and like just there's just a lot going on, y'all, and it's just tune in. Make sure you go to that www.carolina2xshine.com because we working, y'all. We ready. We ready for y'all to enjoy it with us. We ready to vibe with your energy. You know what I'm saying? Like just get ready, y'all. Get ready.
That part, that part. And real quick, where can people follow and tap in with you if they want to get in contact with you?
So make sure the management is Big South Music Management. So definitely get in touch with them. Get in touch with Robin, and so you can find all this on the bios on the social media on Instagram, and you can find this on the website. Like I said, www.carolina2xshine.com. Please go check that out. Go check that out. Go download. Go share. Go stream, and just appreciate the support, y'all. It means a lot, and we're gonna back it up with the energy for you, and we're gonna give you a good show every time, y'all. So I appreciate everyone that's been in the mix. I salute to you for the platform, for giving us our opportunity. So thank y'all. It's people like y'all that bring our vision to the table too. So it's like appreciate all that, y'all. Just everybody that's been a part of helping this whole brand grow, and it means a lot. It definitely means a lot. I could have never thought I'd see all this, and it's just cool to see it growing with a lot of different people, with a lot of different talents, with a lot of different dreams, and a lot of different visions, and that's the beautiful part of me. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna grow together, y'all.
Most definitely. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this has been my time. I'm the one and true and living legend, Hunter J23 of Independent Scene Podcast. Special thanks to Carolina two-time Shine for coming through and rocking out with us, man, sharing this journey with us. I hope that you guys are I hope that you guys gain notes and some knowledge. You know what I'm saying? He definitely dropped a lot. If you guys want to go back and watch this replay, you can go back and watch this live and replay live after this live ends, and you can catch it on my YouTube channel, which is you can go to youtube.com/independent scene podcast. You'll find this particular interview and a host of other interviews that I've done with such dope artists such as himself. But with that being said, I love you guys, and we'll see you guys next time on another edition of Independent Scene Podcast. We out, guys.